A very good morning, good evening, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Thank you so very much for joining the Life Signatures Radio Day 2 of 2024. I'm sure those guys who are always writing dates, maybe in school and all those places where you have to start the day by writing the date and the time and so on. Some will be still writing 2023. It gets to you when you keep writing 2023 every single day. Imagine, for 365 days, it becomes automatic just to keep writing 2023. But the year has changed. It's 2024, at least in the calendars, it's 2024. And it gives us another opportunity for us to continue doing the same thing that we were doing and maybe probably even do better and reach more people and so on. On the Life Signatures Radio, we are always going to be talking about purpose, productivity, and resilience. That doesn't change with the new year. It doesn't change at all. That is what we call having direction. It doesn't change at all. And you found us in the middle of a series. We're talking about relationships. Why relationships are important. The 5 reasons why relationships are critical. And today we're going to continue talking about the 4th, even as we've started winding up this series, so stay tuned.
Welcome to the Life Signatures podcast with Lawrence Namale. Lawrence is a life coach, author, and keynote speaker who loves to tackle different topics on purpose, productivity, and resilience. His mission in life is to awaken all your boundless possibilities available in you. Life Signatures podcast is dedicated to bring to reality every single person who knows that deep down in their gut, there's got to be more to life than this. And now, here is your host, Lawrence Namale.
Let us start off by doing a recap and see what it is that we had discussed yesterday and the previous 2 days. We say that relationships are critical, that if you remove relationships from the equation of mankind, then I think the whole wide world comes to a stumble, it comes to an end, so to speak. There is no world. The man or the human has been put in the world to govern this world and to put order into this world. And if you remove relationships from humanity or from the world, that aspect of governance of the world, taking care of the world, it comes to a close, it comes to a stop. We are seriously connected one with another, and we can never do without relationships as human beings. Whoever cuts himself off from a relationship or from relationships, it's like they are wilting away. It's like a tree that has deprived itself of its roots. Therefore, all it has is a trunk, and before you know it, that tree is dried up, it's wilted, and it's over. Relationships are that serious. It's like your body system without the blood. It's over. So the first reason why we need relationships is its nature. It's essentially nature. We cannot do without the relationships. The second reason why we need relationships is so that we can fulfill our purpose. Why is that important? It's important because we are all unique. Even that's number 3. We are all unique in our own ways. Our uniqueness is found in our purpose. When we do our purpose alone, it's not enough, because we are not complete in and of ourselves. We need other people to do their own purpose, so that whatever it is we need, we can complement one another. So the third reason we need relationships is so that we can complement one another's purpose. And of course, the second reason we need relationships is so that we can be free to do our purpose and to exemplify it the way we want to exemplify it. Those are the three reasons that we have discussed that are continuously necessary, even if we don't see them, even if we don't maybe acknowledge them, but in the background. That's what's running relationships. At the end of the day, that's what's running relationships. Even the advancement of anybody in life can be strongly connected to relationships. There is none that advanced without this. And this covers just about all the spheres of life. A saying that is trustworthy is this: no man is an island. We know this. Even if we want to justify our aloneness by looking at our personality profiles and saying, I'm an introvert, I'm whatever they call those things in the personality profiles, I'm a high C, right? It goes without saying that all people need relationships, and the quality of our lives will be in direct correlation to the quality of the relationships that we have, the relationships that we seek, and these ones that we keep and maintain. And if I am successful, it will be because I have related with the successful. Probably if I am a failure, it will be because I have related and I have cherished the company of failures and the company of those who are normal and average. But if you get into a relationship with someone who is extraordinary, rubs off of you, especially if they are not the ones who are seeking that relationship, it is you who is seeking it. You see, if they were seeking a relationship with you, it's easy for them to come to your level. But if you are the one seeking that relationship and you're average and they are extraordinary, you will of necessity change yourself so that you can maintain that particular relationship. So relationships are in our nature. They are a vehicle through which we fulfill our purpose on earth, and they allow us to be unique and comfortable in ourselves so that we can complement one another. You see, there are two more reasons as to why we need relationships, and I'm going to cover one today. But first, let's just briefly discuss the concept of God and the divine, because at the end of the day, you cannot have relationships without the Creator. We are aware that God cannot be created. Of course, even physics says that energy is never created nor destroyed, cannot be destroyed, and can be everywhere at the same time. If God is partnering with humans, very important, then one thing that we will do is to get His attributes into the humans that He is partnering with. Given that God will not put all His attributes in one person, okay, He will not replicate Himself into one person. He allows the power of relationships to deliver the results that He wanted. And therefore, He puts a portion of Himself in all of us. And here we see that His divine design comes into fruition. The fourth thing that tells us how important relationships are is what I've just explained. We are not infinite. We cannot be in the same place everywhere at the same time. Even though we have invented flight, supersonic speed flights, we've invented the internet and technology, we've invented FaceTime and Zoom and Google Meet and all these places, physically we cannot be in the same place. We cannot be at all places at the same time and be fully present, okay, and in control of everywhere where we are. And that's what God is. That's His infinite power. As in, God is in Iraq, God is everywhere, but not man. That's why man needs relationships. Humans are limited. And I know in the motivational speaking circles, even this man who broke the sub 2-hour marathon barrier is called Kipchoge. Eliud Kipchoge, he has a slogan that says, "No man is limited." Technically, we are limited as human beings. We have limits. And I know it's a motivational thing to say that no man is limited, especially if you are pursuing something. Even him is limited. He cannot run a marathon under one hour. It has to be 2 hours. Okay? We have boundaries relating to geography, boundaries relating to time, boundaries relating to our own capacities. In fact, we have spent centuries of existence trying to solve the conundrum of geography and time limits. We want time travel. Even if we got time travel right, still we are limited. There is a solution that is traditional as anything. It is relationships. And the technological advances we have created have helped us to bridge the gaps created by geography and perhaps to some extent time. However, it is only through relationships that we are able to sort of become endless or infinite. It is through relationships that we can solve our influence. We can have our presence and have our influence multiply around the world. It is through this relationship that we can become endless, spreading our purpose on earth as long as we are even not there, even when we are gone. It is a need that each one of us has. We need to have these relationships. The need to be infinite cannot be solved other than having relationships. But is it a need that each of us has? Is it the need for us to be infinite? I believe so. I believe that if we are fully able to deploy our purpose and potential on earth, we have to have our efforts step off into the realm of infiniteness without limitations. And that is where relationships come in. The fact of the matter is that we can never be almighty, no matter how much we try. But through our relationships, we can achieve some semblance of being infinite that God does by just being God. I'm not saying that we should become God. Neither should we try to do that. That's self-defeatist. I'm saying to succeed in impact in the way that God wanted us to succeed, we cannot do it without His attributes. The unfortunate thing, or maybe the fortunate thing, is that He's not put all His attributes into one person. He's put His attributes, distributed those attributes in all of us. And so I exemplified one part of God, you exemplify another part of God. I know this sounds so untheological, but that's the way it is. The infiniteness of God is not in us. It is in our connections through relationships. So tomorrow we're bringing this series to a close. But until then, bye-bye.
Thank you for listening to Life Signatures Radio. If you enjoyed today's show, subscribe to Life Signatures Radio on iTunes, Stitcher, or visit our website at lifesignatures.libsyn.com. Life Signatures Radio, fresh, clean, and inspiring.